oversaturated, oversaturated, oversaturated.
The podcast.
Oversaturated, oversaturated,
Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode 71.
71.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like your pronunciation.
Hey, man, I had to work on that because I didn't have anything else.
Fam, I was really about to say episode 72. I'm so glad you said that before we hit record.
Hey, man, it's been a long day. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you guys because it's been a while.
Man, for real. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, you can search Oversaturated the Podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. We are back. Hit us up in the email if there's anything you want to hear us discuss. We appreciate y'all for waiting around for us.
Yeah, and if you want to follow us individually, I'm the Mind of Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
Twitter, JON, 2 underscores, the letter B. Instagram, y'all know the drill. JBS_ESL_AAMU. And Chris, I heard the...
We should just do a drop every time. Like, we should bring back the Accounting Queen's voice just for that.
I'm going to do that. Because that was hard. Shout out to Accounting Queen, man.
I know she's busy as hell right now.
Right.
Salute to her.
Yeah, shout out to her, man.
But hey, man, somebody just celebrated a birthday. If y'all looking at the YouTube video, my man's is very, very dapper right now.
All right.
Shirt hella fitted.
Okay.
It's pressed up.
Listen.
I'm mad because I can't get a fit. but my man's is very sharp right now.
If you are watching on YouTube, yes, I did come straight from work. Typically, I change into a t-shirt, but I didn't feel like it today because I just didn't feel like it.
They just don't get this work out.
Yeah, facts. You see me? You see me? Hold on. Get the close up, Chris. Chris, get the close up.
Get the close up.
You feel me?
Your man's.
Looking at
Looking like somebody's whole work husband, but I'm off that. But
come on, man. You know how I feel about that term.
I know, man.
Fuck out here.
I know, man. But
No. But how are you, bro?
I'm doing well, man. Doing real well, man. I feel blessed. I mean, hey, I got to see my friends celebrate another birthday.
Facts.
I think we all are right, man.
Yeah, man.
Despite the circumstances, we'll get to that later.
You see what happens when we don't record for like a month? The whole world is fucking in shambles.
I know. See, the world needs OS.
Listen,
See,
we're back. We're here. We're here for y'all.
We're bringing back the balance.
Facts.
Okay,
Facts.
Y'all need to hear these voices. But
Yeah.
but real quick, man. I just want to say shout out to if anybody remembers. I can't remember the particular episode, but we started our I want to say where I want to be series.
No, coming from where I'm from.
Series.
Yeah.
We had a homie of ours from high school, Carlton, on. He's actually had a parole violation and went back to jail or prison, I should say. But I won't get into the particulars of that. And I know that maybe he might be listening, or people that fool with him might be listening to this podcast. We just want to say, keep your head up, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the man's Carlton, man. Keep your head up, and hope to see you back soon.
Yeah, man. But what we doing? Off the dome?
Off the dome.
Yes,
Off the dome.
I got one. Hey, man. Now, usually I be going for this. I be doing the lot with these off the dome. But I'm gonna give you a layup on this. No effort involved, especially for you. Right? If anybody listens to OS, you know Johnny is a big super fan of Michael Jackson.
Yes.
So listen. A lot of people do MJ covers. What is the best one you probably heard? Would it be NBA YoungBoy with Dirty Diana?
Why would you ever disrespect my life? Why would you do that?
I know that was the most recent.
That's actually a really good question.
Well, I'll go with my answer.
Yeah,
It's kind of why you thinking.
Well,
My favorite Michael Jackson song is Human Nature. Point blank period. I just love the song. It doesn't matter. I've heard 2 renditions of it that I really, really enjoy. Mario did it right after he passed. Okay. It was like a live rendition. He was killing the high note and everything. Okay. And then Boyz II Men did one on like a compilation album that they made.
Gotcha.
So
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know if I can recall one.
Okay. You don't remember that rock band that did
Smooth Criminal? Yes, Alien Ant Form. Oh shit. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with
slapped.
that. No, that shit was hard. That shit was hard. Definitely not better than the original.
Oh.
But the shit was fire. Shit was fire. That's on my playlist. Like I listen to that often.
Salute.
Damn, I'm tripping. Why I couldn't think of that?
See, I'll give you a layup.
You
Here
did.
go.
I know. I still fucked up. I told you I'm still switching from work. But all right. So for my off the dome, right? So over the weekend for my birthday, was kicking it. End up watching the whole Rush Hour trilogy.
Okay.
Now, and I forgot how, like, especially Rush Hour 1, I forgot how funny that shit. Like, this shit was fire. Like, super fire. So it got me to thinking, Bad Boys just completed their trilogy.
Okay.
So I want to ask you, what's the better buddy cop trilogy? Rush Hour or Bad Boys?
I actually like that you gave me those two options because, you know, the two actor leads have, I would say, still have some level of having actor limitations, if that makes sense.
You're referring to
like just both of them.
Oh, yeah. All four leads. Yeah, gotcha.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right.
Lady, I'm probably gonna say Rush Hour.
Okay.
And the reason I'm gonna say Rush Hour, I think that in the Bad Boy series, they were. I mean, obviously they're buddy cops, odd couple, right? Mm-hmm. So I think they spend more time beefing. I think with and they were for the same coach. They were friends from high school. I think the thing that was so fascinating about Rush Hour, it collided two cultures.
Gotcha. Yep.
So you know, they became friends in spite of cultural differences.
Yep.
So it's like, and they solving cases. So I think that's funny. I think that was a good one.
Dope. That was my answer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So with the Rush Hour series, like, of course, Chris Tucker is going Chris Tucker. Like,
yeah.
You know, hilarious. But I also enjoyed the fact that Jackie Chan was able to, do his thing, stunts and all that, but also come across in a comedic form.
Yeah.
And he did that very well in those three movies.
Yeah.
So, and of course, Bad Boys got the big budget, Michael Bay, all that type of shit.
Yeah.
Dope movies, but I got to rock with.
And then, I mean, let's keep it about Bad Boys. The original one wasn't that good. Well, it wasn't that good.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, I got you.
I mean, anyway,
I actually saw Bad Boys 2 before I saw Bad Boys, the first one.
Oh,
so
I think. Okay, sidebar. I think with Bad Boys, the original Bad Boys, it meant more to the culture than it actually just being a good movie. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because at the time there were never two black male leads like in a movie, especially in like a comedy action type.
Not like that. And then you got the transformation of Will Smith, and then Martin Lawrence. They were both huge TV stars. This is it. Like they probably done. I mean, I'm pretty sure they've done movies before. Obviously, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, but to do this lead, they had to kill it. Or you never know what their careers could have been movie-wise after this movie.
Facts. So, yeah. Dope. Hey, let's turn up. Hey. That was a good one.
Hey, yeah. Salute. But if you could pick the best MJ cover, which one you going with? And
what's the better buddy cop trilogy? Rush Hour or Bad Boys?
We'd love to hear from you guys on that. But let's get to the segment. Pull up. This is the segment of the show where I give creative control over to my co-host, Johnny. He picks any news topic that hits the OS news desk. So we're going to see if he pulls up on it or keeps it moving. We're going to start with the Rona. Are we pulling up on the Rona?
We got to pull up on the Rona.
Okay. Well, hey, it's COVID-19. It's real hot out here in these streets. Where you shouldn't be in the streets. It's going to be like Resident Evil. Real soon.
I really hope it's not. All right.
I had to get these jokes, but it's very, very serious.
Yeah, it's definitely serious. I mean, I wasn't as concerned up until like recently.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually checking like numbers from other countries. Like Italy literally has over 20,000 cases and 8,000 people have died.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know, man. It's we gotta protect ourselves.
Oh, very, very much so. I think it. When it first came out, I was like, oh, another swine flu, another bird flu, right? Whatever. It'll be gone in 2 weeks. But when you start putting faces to it, notable faces, when sporting leagues shut down, when everybody has to push back things that affect bottom lines, I think that's what really this is real.
This is real.
So. Like the most recent of recent celebrities that just got his Idris Elba. Like this is as this recording right now, which I found like wow, because up until now, black people weren't getting it. So when the NBA players start getting it, the agents start getting it. It's like, damn.
Speaking of the NBA player, what's my man's name from the Jazz?
Oh, Rudy Gobert.
Somebody beat his ass. I'm sorry.
He big goofy ass, man.
Like, fam, like, come on. Like, all right, I understand black people shit is jokes. I get that. But, like, if you really got this shit, like, you gotta relax. Like, you gotta chill.
He didn't take it seriously.
He didn't. And now he even spread it to his teammates, and now the whole league shut down.
And what I've been reading and what I've been gathering, I think it's not a fatal disease amongst people in our age range. It's more fatal to people with some
Elderly.
age on elderly.
Yeah.
So, I would hate to pass this on to somebody that
Right. I'm sure he has grandparents, maybe aunts or uncles that are slightly older. Like, what are you doing?
But yeah, like it even affected your birthday situation. We were talking about getting up, kicking it.
Yeah, like yeah, man. The whole
Rona.
Fucking Rona. Invited my peoples. People are maybe a little spooked, and I'm cool. Like, I get it. So I'm not tripping.
Yeah, and it's starting to affect work. Like, I mean, my job. I mean, I work for the government, but it's just they're not really sure what to do with it. Everything has a bottom line. They were like, well, you still come here and if you dip into your PTO, you're not getting it back. Like, it's that type of thing. So
that shit crazy. And business is shutting down. San Francisco was on like a 3-week, like 24-hour lockdown.
Yeah,
like it's real. It's getting real, man. And we want to stop the spread. So if you can, self-isolate. Get with your people. Stay in. Like, don't just be out here. I just read some shit where people is at Clearwater Beach in Florida. Like, shit is packed.
There's a lot of kids down there on spring break right now.
But it's like, fam, y'all know what's going on, but y'all still choose to gather. Come on.
I'm not making excuses for them, but
Come on, man.
When you're 19, you don't look at the world the same way. That's how I would say that for them.
I definitely hear what you're saying. But right now, for this specific situation, right?
Can you relax?
Yeah, like, y'all see the shit. Y'all see what's happening. Y'all see the fucking NBA. I never in my life thought NBA, NHL would completely shut down.
Baseball pushed the back. Tennis Federation
said,
like, hey, we relaxing.
Like, fam, these big sports leagues are on halt. I've never seen no shit like this. They
contemplated playing events in like no stadiums, like empty stadiums.
Yeah, just the teams and the coaches there. Like, you never heard no shit like that.
Yeah,
that don't tell you that shit ain't. It's serious.
Come on,
y'all gotta relax.
Very much so. But no, just to everybody that may be affected, that are quarantined or whatever. We hope you guys are just waiting it out. Like, it's not that bad around here, but to those areas that are heavily affected, we hope you guys are right.
Man, please. And hand sanitizer is the biggest scam in American history. So I'll just throw that out there.
Let's go to the next topic. Hey, man, we got a Megan Thee Stallion headline. What we gonna do? Pull up and keep it moving.
Yeah, let's keep it moving.
We got Flavor Flav in the news. What we doing with this?
Let's pull up on that. This is funny.
Pull up, skirt. Okay, now, Public Enemy was recently pulled to be at a Bernie Sanders. Don't do this. Don't do this,
I'm
man.
sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
He was recently to be at a Bernie Sanders rally. Yeah, Democratic rally. However, Chuck D and Flavor Flav had a difference of ideology. Flavor Flav said that he did not agree with Public Enemy being attached to the Bernie Sanders campaign rally. Yeah. Chuck D said, well, you know what? You are fired, my friend. Like, I don't give a two, you know what? So, Johnny, your thoughts?
It's hilarious. Initially, it was hilarious when I heard it.
Yeah.
But now, okay, it's like...
It's kind of sad.
It's definitely sad. So this tells me that Chuck D is Public Enemy. That he can just up and just fire Flavor Flav like that. Why was it not like a conversation amongst both of them? Was it Chuck D just wanted the bag? Like, what was it? He
owns the name. When you own the name, you can do that.
And there you go.
It's kind of like a New Edition situation, right? Like just a sidebar, but it's connected to this. Ralph and Johnny Gill own the name.
Okay.
So yet the other members can tour, but they can never use BBD moniker because they own the name.
How Johnny Gill owned it and he was like a
late edition. Like, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like you're a substitute, my guy. Like how did that work?
late edition.
Hey, it is what it is.
No,
But just tying it back to this, it's just like it's kind of unfortunate, but that's business.
It is business, but it's like
one of the most iconic rappers, right? And you would say that those two are public enemies, right? Like there's no
one without the other.
Exactly.
When you say public enemy, you think of Chuck D and Flavor
Flav.
Flav.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But I guess you can't fire him 30 years later. So I mean, hey, it is what it is. Like it's sad. Like, and it's kind of like, Chuck D, what you doing, fam?
Right.
Like, and then it kind of gets to another level of y'all was beefing before. This is just the icing on the cake, and I can really. Damn, they're son you in public. Like, it's not a bad.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Yeah. Like, fam, you fired. You out of here. Donald Trump is there.
Damn. But we got another, hey, man, off that. We got another politics headline, man. We got Juvenile.
Come on, let's pull up.
Okay. Recently, a viral video of Tom Steyer, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, presidential candidate, had Juvenile performing his famous hit, Back That Ass Up, at a campaign rally. Your thoughts, Mr. Singleton?
I saw the video. Hey. To me, Back That Ass Up was canceled at that moment. Like, fam, you can't know why did we allow this then presidential candidate to gentrify Back That Ass Up? Juvenile allowed it. For the money, man. Come on. So, were you okay with that?
I'm never mad at nobody getting a bag. Hey, Juvenile, I'm not saying he could use the money, but I ain't never mad at you getting it. Man, a quick, $25,000 to go perform in front of you.
Right, just to do that one song.
Do that one song. Hey, that's hustling backwards if you turn it down. If you got them type of boys, all right, fam. Like,
right, I got you, but still, fam.
It wasn't Trump. It wasn't Trump, though. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, it wasn't Trump. But, hey, but it looks so awkward. Like,
it was so bad. It was so bad. Oh, my God.
Salute to the guy, Juvie, man. I stand with you, King. Man, perform that shit. Get your bag, bro. Get your bag.
My man's grabbed the mic. Oh, my God.
Okay.
He knew he didn't know the words. Why did you grab the mic?
I don't know. But next topic. Hey, man, we got the baby. He made a headline. You want to pull up on that or keep it moving?
I don't even remember. Let's pull up.
Pull up, scared. Okay. Now, he's recently going through litigation. He's actually getting sued for a vicious slap. I believe it was in Tampa, Florida, of a fan. Now, according to the video, it looks like she struck first with a phone, and he retaliated.
Gotcha. So, did you actually watch the video?
I seen it on Twitter.
Okay.
But it was a while ago, so, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, he's in the hit. He's in basically where I'm getting at. He's in the news again for something wrong.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on that?
For this particular situation, it's okay. Well, it's never okay for a man to hit a woman. So let's get that squared away.
Yep.
So y'all heard that.
Yep.
Now, I didn't see the video, so I don't know if she actually struck the baby. I don't know that.
It was like a phone. Like, kind of hit him.
She was like trying to take a picture or something, right? All right, let's not.
Because the video I saw was so far away. I
gotcha. Well, okay, I'll just say this again. It's never right for a man to hit a woman.
Yep.
Gotcha. Now, if she was doing something quick where she like put her phone or her hand up and was trying to take a picture and slightly like touched him, and he wasn't like performing, wasn't paying attention, I could understand his reflex.
Yeah.
I get that. Cool. Now, if she intentionally hit him, she's wild. She's like out of place there. Like, you paid to go to the concert, see him perform, favorite songs, all that type of shit.
Yep.
But paying for a ticket doesn't give you the right to touch him, physically touch him. No matter if it's just like walking up to get a hug, hitting, grabbing his private, because people say that shit happens. Like, that doesn't give you the right if you bought a ticket to his concert. You bought the ticket to experience the music live.
Yeah. I'm gonna just say this. He at the end of the day, he gotta relax. I get that she should have never put his hand. The moral of the story is keep your hands to your damn self. Whatever happened, the thing is, and I'm just going off what I saw. Yeah. But then again, the baby he has such a target on his back, and as many people that love you, you have as many haters, right? Yeah. And we get into these critiques all the time. People don't really care if he falls off or not. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because of his rap style. So it's kind of like, okay, you giving people more ammo to come after you, and this is the first time that his name has been brought up in legal situations or being sued, because between his bodyguards or him, he's always into something. Now that is a problem. Yeah,
he has to realize he's at a point in his career where he's more visible to the public. Yep. So he has to relax on the interactions or these types of interactions with the public, basically. Yep. Like he had an amazing 2019. So you are in many people's eyes now. I'm thinking endorsements, all this type of shit. Like, you got to relax. Like, you really got to chill now. Like, you can't be the same cat you were 3-4 years ago. You can't. You just can't. You're in the public eye now. Yep. Way more than before. So, relax.
I agree.
Relax.
I agree. Next topic on the pull-up, we actually have a little baby headline. You want to pull up a
little baby?
Yeah, a little bit. I know.
Oh shit! I
the
forgot.
Baby, little baby. It's different.
Baby tree, yeah. This your man's. No, we keep it moving.
Okay, that's whatever. Last but certainly not least, Saint Lunatic has a burger. Oh, you gonna pull up on that?
Yes, that shit looked horrible.
Okay, well, in honor of March 14th, aka 314 Day for the city of St. Louis, there's a thing called the Saint Lunatic Burger is served at High Point Drive-In. Now, if anybody's familiar with St. Louis cuisine, they have Emo's Pizza, Red Hot Riplets, toasted ravioli, and barbecue pork steak, all on one sandwich. Johnny, your thoughts?
I tried to get Ralph to go and try this shit with me so we could put it on the YouTube.
Fuck no.
Even though I was joking, because that is literally a week-long toilet appointment.
Oh, big fan.
I mean, I didn't eat it. I didn't plan to eat it. I know a lot of people that went to eat it. I think it's dope that they did it, just to celebrate the day. Money grab. Fam, when you got a cheeseburger with Emo's pizza slices as the bun, bread. Fam.
With chips.
With St. Louis chips, a St. Louis staple and barbecue pork steak. In theory, it sounds okay, but in reality,
and ravioli
and toasted ravioli,
deep fried ravioli.
Fam. Hey man, more power to the people. I would like to talk to somebody that ate it to see how they feel now, because this is how many days later.
I said this on Facebook. I'd rather catch the Rona.
I don't know about that one.
I'd rather catch them. I'd rather catch the Rona than eat that.
I don't know about that one. But all right.
Hey man, either way, I'm going, baby.
Why not? Why not go with some of your favorite foods? No.
And that, my people, that was the pull up. That's our news segment, and we're gonna transition into the OS topic of the day.
Yes.
We were recently inspired by just certain albums that came out, and it spawned a debate or discussion amongst me and my brother here. The best rap record label compilations, right? Because as of recently, you had definitely Return of the Dreamers, which was a big, critically acclaimed, whatever, blah 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 blah. And then you even have Quality Control on a lesser degree, no shade, just a lesser degree, and even also the Jack Boys too. So you have three, rap labels coming together and producing a compilation album. So we just wanted to kind of go through our best, some of our best ones here, and just, let's see where the conversation goes.
Right.
But I wanted to see, we grew up in an era where there were more rap labels and, a little bit, right? Yeah. Everybody had a rap label crew or whatever. And I mean, the first thing that come to mind was Bad Boy. Just me thinking
right
off top. But the album wasn't that good. and now fault me for this. Now this was when I was just buying CDs just off the strength of the name, right? And not necessarily the music. But you remember P. Diddy, The Saga Continues?
Yeah. Wait, is that the one with we ain't go with no word?
I mean, it had "I Need a Girl" I think too. So I mean, hey,
Hey, that's two for how many of them? And those were big singles, like really
huge,
big singles.
huge singles. But I mean, the bad boy roster at that time was like more so like Mario Winans and G Dep and I think the G Dep joint was on there. Take this money.
Are you
Take
serious?
This money.
Wait, that's not special delivery.
No, not special
Ain't
delivery.
no way you could take this from me.
No, not special.
Funny.
That's
Let's get.
Oh, that is no special delivery. Let's
No,
get it.
yeah. What one you talking about? Let's get it.
And on the Rona. I know they was doing the Hall of Shame.
And they would wait, and I was
Already
on
on
fish and spaghetti. Yeah. Okay.
Free with the culture, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Man.
Sorry to our East Coast people.
I know. Man, they don't even fuck with this song. Fuck out of here, man.
All right, well,
No, they do, but fuck out of here. They fuck our shit up all the time.
Facts.
What about Above the Rim soundtrack? Now, that was coined as a Death Row compilation, even though you had big singles from people that wasn't on Death Row. Like, Tupac wasn't on Death Row at the time, and one of my favorite pop songs is associated with that soundtrack, Pain.
Okay.
And then you have SWV.
Well,
you on my mind.
and the things you do. Right?
I don't know.
No?
I might be getting this off and stuff, but it was definitely SWV.
You might be.
Hold on, it's the
Nah, I'm so into you. That was the song you was just talking about.
yeah.
That's not it though.
That's not it though. Damn, somebody correct me. We go look this.
I know, yeah. Now we tripping. I think the song is called Anything.
Oh. How does the song go?
I don't know. Trying to see now.
Oh, yeah. I know the song. That's why I'm low key disappointed, but I'm not gonna sing it
Sing it.
because I don't remember. I'm having a brain fart right now.
We might have to cut this little silence out. Cause I'm trying to find it.
This is trash. Like I know anything. Yeah. Oh, I know. It's like that, yeah. It's all right with me.
See, I never knew what this song was called. That's
It's
my
like I
issue.
know it when I hear it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Shout out to SWV. Long nails. Oh shit! Regulate was on this soundtrack.
Yep. Exactly.
Did not know that.
That was really what put Death Row like out there. I would say. Like, I mean, nope. That was one of them because Death Row was doing soundtracks because they did the 187 joint too.
Gotcha. Lady of Rage is on here. I didn't know Afro Puffs was on here.
Yes, sir.
I clearly didn't know about the soundtrack.
You did.
Or maybe I just didn't know all these songs was on there. That's crazy.
Hey, let's go to something a little bit more decent. What you think about the Black Panther soundtrack?
So you know what's interesting about that, and this is trash for me because I actually never got around to listening to it.
Oh, wow.
Like I can't even front about it.
Oh, wow.
Like I know I heard the one joint with Kendrick and Future, I think, but you know that was the single. But that was the single. So
Yeah,
I never got around to. Was that 2018?
Yeah,
Why didn't I never listen to that?
I'm about to say, honestly, the only things I really remember are the singles.
See, there you go. So what were some other singles from that? Because
I mean,
even know
you
if
know,
I
all
remember.
the stores, but I don't think you liked that joint.
I mean, it was okay. It wasn't like
It was definitely made for the movie. Like it's definitely an ending credit song for a Marvel movie.
Right.
Like,
but it was just okay though. Like it wasn't like it's just a decent song. It's
I have nothing for you on that. Like if you want to argue that, okay, fine.
but that's considered a compilation. Like that's all TDE. Like
yeah,
majority.
because the majority of TDE.
Okay.
Because you had a lot of J Rock. I think Reason was on there too.
Damn.
You know,
I guess
Kendrick.
I guess
like,
I'm gonna have to go back and listen.
You know,
to
obviously
it because
Scissors. Like you know, you got to push the bigger
the
artists.
R&B, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, definitely. Now, do you remember the Clones album by the Neptunes?
The Clones album.
Yeah, this had this was the lead song that had Pharrell and Pharrell and Hove. The song with Pharrell was singing, and I was like, nah, this ain't it, fam, but I liked it over time.
Well,
damn, why? These edits are bad. Like, this will be horrible. Oh, frontin'.
Oh, you didn't like that song?
Oh, not at first.
Okay. I have an issue with Pharrell singing. Pharrell cannot sing, but yet we let him get away with it. Happy?
That was supposed to be for CeeLo. CeeLo didn't take it. That's on CeeLo fault. That's CeeLo fault.
CeeLo should have took that shit. I mean, CeeLo can't really sing either, but sound better than Pharrell, I think. And that's my personal opinion.
You going apples and oranges with that one. Like, I think they both, him, Dream, Pharrell, like all them niggas. Like, why are you singing, fam? But
Dream got fire songs though.
Yeah, Pharrell got fire songs too.
Singing though?
I mean, frontin' was hot.
Yeah, after you listen to it 1,000 times.
Hey.
See, look.
Hey, I got that.
Dream should be high off the gate.
Yeah. But no, it had a lot of people on there from Star Trek. That was like a launching pad for Khalees. You had a lot of Pusha T stuff on there. Roscoe P. Cold Chain. Like, it was a lot of like Star Trek people. Maybe they didn't pop on that, but it was a Star Trek compilation.
Besides Clips and I guess Khalees, did anybody else like?
Nope.
I'm about to say like pop on this?
Roscoe P. Cold Chain, Ab Liver. I remember those guys, but they never really went anywhere.
Yeah.
You looking at track listing?
Yeah, I'm
see.
Like the Buster joint, Light Your Ass on Fire.
Yeah, but they had like singles from other people. Most compilations still have singles from outside artists, but still, it's still a vehicle to push the people that's on the label.
I don't even know who Vanessa Marquez is.
I don't remember her either.
But she had a song called Good Girl. I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
It's a song by Nelly on here called If. You ever heard that?
It's been a while. It has been a while.
Yeah, man.
Now we gonna go back in the time machine a little bit. Rough Riders, Ride or Die Volume 1.
Down bottom.
Enough said, right?
Yes.
And it had Jigga My Nigga on there. It had something else on there too. But I mean, you have the Swiss Beats at the time, which was like A-list producer. I mean, he still is. Don't get me wrong, but he was like firing them off.
Right.
At a time where you could do a whole, album around those people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I rock with that a lot. Who you got?
So I'm looking at like, okay, maybe I was like too young to like really get into some of these compilations, but why don't I remember this?
What, the Ride or Die joint?
Yeah. No, just the songs on here, period.
Oh.
I guess if they weren't singles, I didn't really get into them.
Mm-hmm. You never like double back and went to like listen to some of these things?
Not this album, apparently. I know, man. Like
Okay, another hip hop staple when we were growing up, right? Disturbing the Peace, DTP. Any of those?
Now that's the joint that had Shauna, right, getting some head, or was it a different one?
I think the second one probably had getting some head on it.
So what?
It was 2 albums, right? The first one had it had the flip of the staple single, Let's Do It Again joint. It had Scarface, Lil Fate, Shauna, I think maybe Ludacris on there. And then it had the joint RPM with
Twista and Shauna.
Twista and Shauna.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Nah, that's my shit.
But that album as a whole really wasn't that fire.
It's so from our conversation, at least for right now, it seems like a lot of these compilations have a few like really big singles.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of the album be like, ugh.
It be aight.
Be like, ugh, this is some straight mid, as kids would say.
But no, I got some ones that's probably like thorough all the way through, but you probably didn't listen to them.
What you got?
I got Self-Made Volume 2, which was the MMG release.
Nope.
I know you didn't, so don't know why you Googling it.
I just want to look at it.
But no, Self-Made Volume 2 was hard. Like the intro had, I think it had everybody on the label, plus Kendrick Lamar in 2012. So you had Power Circle. I really enjoyed that song. You had, I know you had Omarion, who just got signed to MMG, Maybach O at the time. He had the song with Wale, MIA. You have, I don't even think MIA was a single. It was a single. I'll take that back. And then you had Black Magic. Like, it was a banger. You had Nipsey. Yeah, everybody on that joint.
This compilation produced the song "Bag of Money," which I will never forgive y'all for letting Rick Ross get off. Your girl
What's wrong
looking
with
like
that?
a bag of money.
What's wrong with that?
A bag of money ain't attractive.
To you, it ain't. Fuck you talking about?
I'm talking about the way it looks.
Okay, Johnny, technical ass. Fuck out of here, man.
Look, you know I'm technical.
What does that have to do with
It's
anything?
ugly. It's ugly. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, you pass by a bag of money if you want to.
No, I'm not gonna. All right, man.
Like what?
I ain't forgiving y'all for that shit.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
But the song goes hard. Still goes hard right now. You're welcome.
Debatable. I'm bullshit.
But no, self-made to you too, man. Like it really helped. Like I would definitely say it helped. Like a Meek Mill, Wale, because they still trying to figure their way out. Even though self-made Volume 1 happening.
Yeah.
Omarion, Stolly. I even listened to a Stolly album because of this.
Which album? Which album was it?
I think it was Ohio.
Okay.
That came out around that time. It was either 2013, 2014.
Gotcha.
So
Now, all right, let me get to one that I know.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know if you know it or not.
Okay.
Eminem presents the Re-Up.
I don't know that.
Let me see, what year this come out? I think this came out-
2006.
Yeah, so December 5th, 2006. So basically all of Shady Records at the time, you got Obi Trice, Stat Quo, Cassius, Bobby Creekwater, 50 Cent, of course, Lloyd Banks. I think the lead single from that was, I don't know if there was a single for this. The first song, We're Back, which had everybody on it, fire song. Everybody come in, spit their verse. This is where I learned about Stat Quo. I heard of him before this album. But hearing him on this, actually hearing him rap on this album was dope. Didn't know about Bobby Creekwater. He's dope. I didn't hear anything about him after this album either, actually. Which on this album he was dope as hell. Let's see what was some of the other songs on here. The Cry Now remix, which was a original Obi Trice song, but had everybody on it at the end. The Shake That remix, that's your shit, ain't it? Shake that. No, I'll get nothing. All right.
No, you just this bag of money. We sitting there talking about the Eminem Club song. No.
That shit was fire. Shake that ass.
I want to know.
Rest in peace, Nate
I
Dogg.
want to know what parties you be going to when they playing these songs.
Hey man, I'm diverse in my parties. You feel me? I'm good on any block.
I don't know what I do with you, man.
Because it's fun. Because it's fun.
Oh my god.
Diverse, man, versatile. I'm out here.
But no, I remember that. I think Shady had another one, like 2014, 2015.
A Shady compilation?
Yeah, it was like Shady XV or something like that. I think it was obviously what.
Oh, 50. Oh yeah, for
Shady
the 15 years
yeah.
of.
Only thing I remember out there was like Detroit versus Everybody, which was okay.
Oh, they did have a. So I think it was a double disc, right? So one disc was like all like previous shit, and then one disc was like new music.
I don't remember that much.
Yeah.
I just remember it came out, and I don't remember it.
I guess I remember the disc of the new music not being that good.
Yeah,
That's what I remember.
I just remember Detroit versus everything. Detroit versus everybody, and I thought that was okay.
I learned about Yellow Wolf from that. Like I knew about him, but I never really listened to Yellow Wolf. He got a song called "Pop the Trunk," which I think was his very first single. Yeah. That's kind of hard.
You know what? Yellow Wolf ain't bad. He alright. Like he makes I think his mixtape series was called Trump Music or something like that.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened though. I mean, hey, you know, but the thing is, it's not even that. I just think a reoccurring thing with all these people, we can go through each label and find somebody that didn't get their just due, just as far as attention, or maybe they just didn't blow, or just I don't know.
Right.
But I don't know. What about this? Good music, cold summer.
Cold was it? Not
Cruel summer. I'm sorry. Cruel summer. Cruel summer.
Like, wait, what?
I know it's supposed to be something else. That's why I think I said cold, but it's Cruel summer. It had Mercy on there. It had I Don't Like. It had Click.
Yeah.
It had but you had New God Flow with Raekwon. You had Bliss. You had To the World with Tiana and R. Kelly. But I mean, it was 2012. Hey man, before
he wasn't canceled.
He wasn't canceled.
He wasn't canceled. Yet.
But I mean, this was a very solid. Oh, and even the song he had with it wasn't DJ Khaled was just talking on it, but Cole. Can a young nigga get money anymore? Somebody tell Peter my is ragging on the floor. That's it.
So this seems like this was a good compilation.
Oh, it was.
What was the best? What was the best like song on here for you? Or top two, I guess. That might be.
Top two, probably the ones I named, clicking Cold. Well, you know what? Nah, let me take that back. Cause New God Flow was different. New God Flow was different. Like it would have had Ghost,
Ghostface, Pusha T, Kanye, somebody named Killer.
Ghostface Killer.
Oh, Ghostface.
Fam.
I told you. Listen, man.
Somebody named Killer. Oh my God.
Two different.
And then he had Raekwon on the next song. What was the next song?
The Morning. Yeah.
Hey.
Pusha T.
This joint?
2 Chainz. Yeah, man.
Because 2 Chainz at that time was like, he wasn't good music. He was like an affiliate. So that's why you had him sprinkled out.
Was he ever like actually signed to Good Music?
Mm-mm.
He's always been affiliated.
He was affiliated. He was Def Jam at the time. So maybe that's where all that happened. Because, Kanye did his first album, or at least some production or executive produced it or something.
Yeah.
So, no.
I like the Don't Like remix.
Oh.
I think Jada. I think Jada floated on that. Shout out to Jada Kiss.
Hey, man. Them guys really went hard. Like,
He did.
like Cruel Summer was really like a great album.
Yeah, that's fire.
I know, man. Hey, now, you might not really like this one, but what about Young Money? We Are Young Money.
I'ma make you better. That wasn't a bad song. I
get why it was done, right? Because you have to get these songs where you pretty much get more out of your people off of these songs outside of your Nickies and Drakes at the time, because they were hot at the time. Even Tiger had a level of being like one of those people at the time, right?
Yeah, no, I agree.
In 2009 when this album came out,
Yeah.
Nicki, Drake, Tiger, those were the ones on Young Money. Yeah. Everybody else was just kind of like there.
Background.
Gutter, Mac Mill.
What was the other young lady name on there?
Chanel.
Chanel, yeah.
Oh, she had a hard song on here too. It was like Playing My Band. Like she was supposed to be like the singer.
Decent.
Oh. Hey man, this album kind of slapped, man. People just don't want to admit. I know it may not age well because it sounds like it was made in 2009. Like if you listen to this right now, it sounds like
it sounds like 2009.
It sounds like the times. Yeah. Like, it sounds like hip hop is dead. Like it sounds like hip hop was trash.
That's probably where people thought hip hop was going during that time. How it sounded.
Remember sidebar? Remember you brought up The Last Kiss to me when we were doing the Jadakiss album. And that was in 2009.
It was.
And you can find similarities between The Last Kiss and We Are Young Money.
Yeah. Damn.
That's just how music sounded then, which was horrible.
That's facts. Damn, son. That's insane.
But I mean, these are mine. I think I had Irv Gotti Presents the Ink. I think that Murder Inc. did a few too. But I think at that time it was kind of like album carried by singles, like we found here. It's kind of like a way to push units, right? Because one thing that Rockefeller did, I think they may have had one compilation, but the thing is they had you remember the Jay-Z album Dynasty, right? That was supposed to be a compilation. That's why so many features on that.
Gotcha.
They use Jay-Z's name to move units, as you would use your biggest artist at the time to use move units.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I mean, that album is pretty solid to me. I really like it. But you ask even more hardcore Jay-Z fans than me, they be like, "Oh, that album is great." But I mean, it has a lot of features. Like it has a lot of beans on there, a lot of Bleak on there. Even got a meal sprinkled through there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Because it was really supposed to be a launching pad for Bleak, Beans, a meal. It had like the joint Guilty Until Proven Innocent with R. Kelly, like those, and then it had I Just Give It To Me as singles.
Oh, right.
But a lot of the deep cuts were like, This Can't Be Life. Like that was on there. Like joint.
Damn. So that's interesting. That sounds like the complete opposite of this Jay Electronica project.
Which we'll get to.
Yeah, we will. But I'm just making a correlation, like how that was supposed to be a compilation, but ended up being his album, and how this was supposed to be JLX album, but it
really,
turned out to be like a
damn near Watch the Throne.
Yeah,
type
like
situation.
it's I don't know, it's just interesting.
But
just
you know, one thing I did notice, you know, if we don't want to get too far into it, you know, let me know. But with the Jay Electronica album, there's no mention of Jay-Z in credits or even on the album title or you know, and Jay-Z or nothing like that. It just has the features of everybody else.
Which we gonna get into that once when we do the review because we know this.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. But
that's
But yeah, I had fun doing this. Like this is like just a jump into the, you know, digging the crates type of conversation where we just thought about some of these great rap compilations that we really, you know, really enjoyed. I have favorites. Like I think definitely like Self-Made Volume 2 and Cruel Summer or something that I listen to right now. Like I'll go back and listen to them right now.
Yeah.
But the rest of these, you know, you can catch me in the wind.
As complete projects, you
Yeah. You can catch me in the wind on the rest of them.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think there's any of these I would like revisit as far as like a full length.
You probably
project.
Go to and select the songs.
Select songs. And
so
shit
it's like,
that,
say if I told you Black Panther soundtrack, you probably just pick out the songs you want to hear, or even Above the Rim soundtrack.
Right.
Which is, you know, that's a whole nother conversation because it's in conversation of being one of the best soundtracks.
Yeah. And that's it. Am I tripping? Or does it seem what it seemed as if the soundtracks were making a comeback, if you will, because DJ Mustard did a soundtrack. Of course, we had Kendrick with Black Panther. There was another one. Somebody did the Creed soundtrack, Creed 2 soundtrack, right?
Well, Mike Will did that.
Yeah, but I mean,
I get what you're saying. Like they're kind of using, you know, back to using, you know, popular music, hip hop as a vehicle to push movies and through soundtracks.
Right.
So.
It just seemed as if that was happening. But we don't know what's gonna happen this year with the Rona.
The Rona.
Shit is crazy.
I know, man.
Oh man, but no, dope, man.
Yeah, man. But you know, that was it. You know, anybody, if we missed anything, if you know you like some of the commentary that we provided, you know, let us know. You know, we like to hear from you.
Dope. Now, to close out the show, you guys know what's about to happen. Johnnie hates everything. So follow me, and then that'll be the end of the episode. So I'm really starting to hate the American government. I've purposefully dodged watching President Trump address the United States during his current presidency. But on Friday, March 13th, when he addressed the nation regarding the global pandemic regarding the coronavirus, I decided to tune in. First of all, they're doing a terrible job at handling everything that's going on. Just a few weeks before his March 13th address, he accused Democrats of politicizing the coronavirus outbreak, basically trying to call it a hoax. Then on Friday, this past Friday, all he did was say he is doing a good job with handling the outbreak. It literally took them almost 2 months to implement some type of guidelines for this not to spread. Thankfully, the states are on top of implementing things such as school closings and limiting social gatherings. The sickest thing about all of this is it seems as if everyone is focused on the stock market and the economy. This administration is doing things like canceling student loan interest and lowering federal interest rates to basically zero, which is cool. But what about people who won't be able to actually work? There's a disease that is killing people globally, and all you can think about is a bailout for the airline and cruise industries. Payments for utilities, student loans, and mortgages need to be halted until the spread of this gets under control. And the fact that it's difficult for a regular person like you and I to get tested is beyond me. Y'all's president needs to stop thinking about himself and start actually thinking about the American people he swore to protect. And with that, it's episode 71.
Yeah, and if you want to comment, rate, and subscribe, please. And if you're following this on YouTube, please like this video, hit the notification bell, all that great stuff. And if you appreciate our content on YouTube, you know, because we've been dropping them album reviews like hotcakes.
Facts.
We need to hear from you guys on that too.
Yeah.
But that was episode 71.
And we out.
Uno!
And we out. Peace.